Well, the 55 EMA on the weekly hold Bitcoin up. That's what we're going to talk about in today's Bitcoin and Litecoin update. Also, I want to remind you guys that I am picking the winner of the aluminum Bitcoin sign at the end of the video. We will be picking a random comment between Friday and yesterday's video. That'll be the winner. Then email me. My email's in the description below. Also in the description below, there is a Discord link down there. Awesome community, guys. Check it out. If you love crypto, you'll love the community. And there's some affiliate links down there that really help the channel out. If you decide to use them, if you can, that's great. If not, that's all right too. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, do not put in more than you're willing to lose. Keep in mind, this is still a speculative market. All right, let's get into it. As you can see on the weekly, the 55 EMA is supporting us so far. It is possible that it continues to support us. I do believe we could be seeing a double bottom of 77 possible. If we drop below that, we'll talk about that too. I do want to point out, I do believe in this cycle, we're in number 2, which is right here. And I want to point out the 55 EMA in this cycle. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if we did drop below it, as we drop below it here. And if you look in the one I have labeled number 2 here, we put a triangle. Let me change the color of this. We put a triangle in there. Zoom in and take a look at that. That's pretty much just like what we had just now. So yeah, like I said, it did dip below the 55 EMA back here, so it wouldn't be the end of the world, guys. Like, you know, not going down to $1,000, whatever. But there's nothing saying that we have to dip below it either. So I did want to point that out. That's where I believe we're at in this cycle. And I've drawn the rest in, what I believe to happen. Still believe it is possible we hit 46,000 by the end of the year, guys. And I'm going to talk about that real quick. All right, so let me show you real quick. I put the Fibonacci's on this from back in 2016. I started it. I put the peak here and down to here. And if we look at where the fibs ended up, this was at the 3.618, and that was the 2017 bull run. Now, as you can see, this, zoom in real quick. As you can see, we had the bull flag right here, right around the same time in 2017. I know people say you can't compare 2017 with now, but I do believe you can, and I'm going to show you why. But we had the same thing, a bull flag here, which we did not touch the bottom, just like we're doing right now. And I did the same thing. I brought the fibs from the bottom here to the peak and did my fib extension to where we're at now at the 7,700. And that 3.618 gets us to the 46,000 range. So guys, I do still think there is a chance that we could get there by the end of this year. It's getting less and less probable, but as long as we get up to the as long as we get up to the all-time high, the old high, by November, I do think there's a chance we bust through, just like we did back here in 2017. We went from 8,000 to 20,000 in a matter of 3.5 weeks. So if we get to the 20,000 by November, it's still possible, guys, in my opinion. All right, let's go to the daily chart. All right, so looking at the daily chart, as you can see, the bull flag I've drawn in here, we are going to take some measured moves real quick. Worst case scenario here, guys, would be measuring this whole thing as a triangle and put it to where we broke out. That would be horrible. That is down to the 4,500. I honestly don't, I highly doubt that, guys. 6,300 is possible, and that is measuring this triangle here from where we broke out. So keep in mind, if this 7,700 breaks, we could be going down to that 6,300. I myself don't think we're going to go to 6,300. We could go a little bit lower than 77. Let me get this stuff out of the way here. Draw this out. All right, so let's take a look at the RSI now. See where we're at on the RSI. We're in this falling channel. Could we possibly come back down and retest the bottom of this? It is possible. That would be extremely low in the RSI, but it would match up with where it went over here in December. And by looking at it, you know, it could, if that happens, we would most likely be going down to the 6,300. But let's take a look at the 4 hour in a little bit more immediate time frame. All right, so in here I have this falling channel drawn in here, and we had this rising channel that we've fallen out of. If we take a measured move, which you can do just like in the price action, and let's snap a line down there, right about there. Let me thicken it up a little bit. We can see it, change the color. But that would be the line to keep an eye on the RSI, right around the 2025. And I would expect to bounce there back up to retest the top of this channel. And if we look at the price action, this is what I'm having for measured moves right now, guys. We were getting supported by the 8,000. We're falling below that again now. And I took a measured move of this rising wedge here. Well, first of all, let's look at this here. We had this triangle here. The measured move off of that triangle came perfectly to where we landed here at the 7,700. Now, we're looking at a rising wedge here, and how you would measure that is measure the width of the widest point of the wedge and put it where we broke down. That gets us back down to the 7,700, guys. That's why I believe we could have a double bottom here and a huge bounce at 7,700. Keep an eye on that. If that breaks, I do have some more measured moves on here. This one being a measurement from where we broke down to here, measuring this whole thing as a flagpole. And if we were to break down, that also gets us to the 6,300. So keep that in mind. If this 7,700 breaks, guys, I think it's pretty likely that we go down. I know some people are calling for 74, 75. I guess it's possible to get a bounce there, but I do believe if we breach this 7,700, we're most likely going to, we're most likely going to the 6,300. But as of right now, if we hit the 77, bounce up, get support on the 8,000 again, then we're going to probably come up, test the 8,800. If we can break above that, the ultimate goal here would be to break above 9,300 and get support on it, guys. And I think from there, it would be a great rest of the year. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Let's look at Litecoin. The Litecoin on the daily. As you can see in Litecoin, we have been following this. We had a rising channel here back from November. And from March of this year, we started coming down in a falling channel. Do we come back down here and touch the bottom, which would be pretty low on the RSI? It is possible. So it all kind of depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin falls down here, that's where we could be headed. So let's look at price action and look at our support and resistance here. So in the price action, we'll take a look at this in a 4 hour too and get a little better view. But if you look at this as a falling wedge, falling broadening wedges that usually break up, guys, that would be a measured move up to the $6,600 range if we broke out of this. So keep an eye on that. And also, if we looked at it, let's go into the 4 hour. We'll go into the RSI first. And as you can see, we were in this rising channel, which we fell out of, came back down, tested it for resistance, and we got resistance. So question is, do we continue down or do we come back up, test it one more time, and break it? We look at the price action here. I guess there's, I was going to say there's divergence, but I guess there really isn't. But in the 4 hour, let's look at the possibilities here. If we looked at this as a bear flag that we broke down out of, we take a measured move from the breakdown, and we were to put it up here to where we're breaking down now past the 5271. That gets us down to the low of the 4171. So that is our possible low, guys. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And then if we remember, if we break up from this falling broadening wedge, the measured move is up to the $6,600 range. But if we break down, we're looking at the 4171 range, guys. I would look for support also at this $48-49 range. If that doesn't hold, then we would go down to here. But that is where I'm at with that, guys. But if we get up to the 6600, then we're most likely going to break inside this channel again on the 4 hour RSI. So if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely make sure you hit the subscribe. Let's look at our, oh, before I do that, I want to remind you guys, my wife's webpage is up. She sells t-shirts, hats, the signs you've seen at the beginning that we're choosing from. I don't know where it went on here. Oh, there it is. But there is different colored signs for different prices. But there's also beer koozies, coffee mugs. And she doesn't just do crypto, guys. Anything you want on there, pictures or whatever sayings you like, anything you want, she can do it all. So definitely check it out. That's another way to support the channel. Now let's look at, let's pick a random comment. And we'll pick from Friday's video because it had more views, and we're gonna copy the link address, bring it over to the random comment picker, paste it in, load comments, and randomly pick a winner. That would be me. I can't win. That's Fernando Hernandez. You have won. Definitely get a hold of me. All you got to do is go in the description below the video. My email's in there. I'll make sure it's you, and then we'll find out where we got to send it and send it out to you. Thanks a lot, everybody, for all the support and watching the channel. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.